Good morning, everyone. At least it's a good morning for me. I am currently en route to work. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm running a little late, but it'll be fine. Well, yesterday, me and my coworker got into a discussion about trust. We have completely opposite views of trust, but nevertheless, we can still have a discussion about it without biting each other's heads off because we trust each other. Anyways, I am a very trusting person. I trust nearly everyone until you give me a reason not to trust you. While he is not a trusting person with almost anyone, you have to give him a reason for him to trust you. So, as I said, two completely different views, but both are very understandable. Number one, I'll go from my point of view. People are inherently trusting. Children are inherently trusting. Uh, scientists have done studies on animals. Dogs tend to be very trusting. That's why we get along with them. That's why they are very loving towards us. Dogs are willing to trust humans. Cats, on the other hand, are not very trusting. Chimpanzees are not very trusting, so they won't. That's why you see a lot more territorial things with those types of animals. Nah, I'm not territorial, but you understand what I'm saying, or at least I hope you do. But children are very trusting. Adults tend not to be. For those who retain that trust, usually didn't have to deal with anything while growing up, or it could just be an optimist or something of that sorts. Or I could be completely wrong, but that's just how I view it. While people who are not trusting usually have had their trust broken several times, or at least one good time, to where they don't want to trust anyone, which is understanding. Why trust more people when this one person that you cared for and trusted more than anyone else broke it? I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. I just pulled up at work, but I'm going to talk for a few more minutes because boss man ain't here yet. And what brought up this conversation is my boss, who is also my cousin, did something that not a lot of people, that he doesn't let a lot of people do. He only lets, say, his father or his wife or even his child do. And when I say that, I'm talking about he wouldn't trust he wouldn't necessarily trust his mother. He wouldn't necessarily trust his cousin that he grew up with. That's basically a brother to him. He wouldn't trust his sister doing this, but he trusted me with it. And that's what brought on this discussion. And I think trust is a very important thing in life. And you have to be able to trust someone, which will help fuel a relationship. Now, you don't necessarily, I'm not talking about a relationship necessarily between a man and a woman, a man and a man, and as in a romantic sense, but in a social sense. While it is needed for a romantic sense, especially a romantic uh, relationship, it is also necessary for friends, for coworkers, for employees, for your employer. It is necessary. Otherwise, you won't ever be able to get anything done because it will hinder your working process and doing any type of job. Now, I've explained this to my fiance before that just as her and I have a relationship, that if I say I'm going to do something with her, I'm going to do it. If I say I'm going to do something with, say, my best friend, I need to follow through with it because there's that trust there. Trust that I'm going to come through. Trust that I'm going to be a friend. I'm going to hold up my end of this social agreement, of this relationship. If, say, I've been out of town for 2 weeks and I haven't been around my fiance or my best friend, while I will give more time to my fiance, I have to make time for my friend. Otherwise, that relationship will fail, and I don't want that relationship to fail. Whereas anyone else wouldn't want that relationship to fail. Now, if you do want the relationship to fail, the best way to make a relationship fail is to not make time and to lie, because you will break that trust and they will no longer want to have anything to do with you. That's just quick thoughts on trust. If I rambled and I went from subject to subject, I apologize. ADD, didn't take my medicine this morning. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. I'll talk to y'all later.